Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rachima Qeyla Putri. I am a student of English education in 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 University. They say a language is a map of a culture. It tells you where its people come from and where they are going. But for many students, that map feels blurry, filled with a complex grammar and intimidating vocabulary. Today, I want to talk about how we clear that static. Imagine a small room, lit by a single lamp. Outside, the rain is drumming against the roof, the sound that we know so well here. In that moment, someone begins to speak. For me, that first storyteller was my mother. She told me that words more than syntax. That was a bridge that we built to reach one another. To be a great teacher, I've realized one must first is to be a great storyteller. In preparing for this talk, I've observed several master speakers. I noticed how favorite narrators use a physical hook, a simple clap, to turn a lecture into a shared experience. 𝗪𝗀𝗂𝗱𝗏 used the legend of 𝗔𝗀𝗀𝗏 to prove that foreign language can feel comfortable and feels like home if it's wrapped in the familiar story. Comparing their competence to my own, I see my strengths: a develop for descriptive prose and a background in creative writing that allows me to paint pictures with words. However, I also recognize my weakness. I call it the writer's trap. Sometimes I get so lost in the beauty of sentence that I lost track of time. In a 3-minute window, every sentence is precious and every word must earn its place. As I develop my teaching style, I am looking through the lens of psychology, specifically grit. As Angela Duckworth explained, learning English in Indonesia is a marathon, not a sprint. My mission is to use narrative to build that grit. When we give students a character to root for or a story to finish, we aren't just teaching British English or phonetic rules. We are giving them a reason to keep going when the grammar gets rough. We are moving from simply learning a subject to finding a voice. I'm here today not just as a student, but as a future educator. And I want to ensure my students don't just pass the test, but inhabit language. Because when we find our voice in another tongue, the world becomes a little smaller and our stories become a little louder. Thank you so much for your attention. That's all from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Toodles!